Hello, this is hi. This is a do-over for our yesterday's live stream about questions about retirement that we hear often. Yesterday we had technical difficulties, so it's a take number 2. All right. What questions do we hear often about retirement? One of the questions is, what returns should I shoot for in my retirement accounts? And basically, in other words, people are asking what returns are considered to be good, what returns are considered to be poor, and how much money they should look to make. Well, that's question which the answer there is it depends. Most importantly, it depends where are you in life. Are you in your accumulation phase where you are years and years away from your retirement? Or are you coming close? Are you counting days till the big day when you are finally free? Maybe you are already retired. Totally two different stories. When you are accumulating money, obviously, the higher the returns, the better. Your account grows faster. However, we all know that with higher returns comes higher risk, right? Also, if you don't have a pension from your employer, maybe if you are away from retirement, you have years and years to go, maybe there is a good um, way to go, there's a good solution, is to set up an account which will provide a private pension for you and will be a little bit on a conservative side return wise. However, will be less risky, and that account which will be building up pension for you. That's something to consider. If you are approaching retirement, if you are close to your retirement or retired already, average returns don't matter much. Again, when you are accumulating, you are contributing money to your account, and if the stock market declines, if the stock values decline, then you buy more shares at a lower price, then they recover, your account grows, it's fine, you have time. When you are already retired, this account replaces your income, right? So sequence of, not the average return, but the sequence of returns now matters more. So maybe you don't need to look for 15 or 18% return on average every year. Maybe you need to focus more on how volatile, how bouncy and choppy is your account. Declines, how often declines happen, because the last thing you want to do is to withdraw money from your account when your account is down. So now let's say you had $1 million in your account, it declined 20%, now you have 800,000 and you're taking 100,000 out. So now you are taking a bigger chunk from your portfolio. Now it's more difficult for it to recover. Well, obviously, hopefully, you are not going to take $100,000 when your account is down, but life happens and sometimes you have to. So when you are in retirement, it is important to avoid the downturns, to protect yourself from the downside. And that leads to another question: how do I protect my savings from the stock market downturns? That's when, again, principal protection programs come in place, and we don't suggest that you put all money in there because then the returns are more conservative than the stock market returns. However, in the principal protection program, appropriately structured annuity plans, your money or life insurance retirement plans, if you qualify, Your money will be protected from the downside, and when the credit is credited to your account, when returns are credited to your accounts, you'll get to keep them forever. Even the index declines, stock market declines, everything is falling apart, you keep your earnings, you keep your gains, they are locked in. The worst case scenario, you get zero. So that's how you protect at least part of your retirement savings from the stock market volatility. Well, the next question would be, well, okay, how do I replace my paycheck if I stop working? Well, some people have pensions. The answer is easy. You have pension. At appropriate age, you'll get your social security benefits. That's all guaranteed for life till you die. And another option is again to set up a principal protection program, either an annuity focused on income or life insurance retirement plan, which will calculate your payment for life. With annuities and life insurance retirement plans, however, the best way to build them out is when you have time. When you have time, we like to give an analogy. The longer you cook those accounts, the better the flavor. Because if you have time to wait, if you let those accounts, if you let them alone, leave them alone, let them grow, let them build up value, you will get higher income and your values will keep up for longer. So if you don't have a pension especially and you think about replacing your paycheck, how are you going to do that? You can kill two birds with one stone. A, protect part of your retirement savings from stock market volatility, and B, set up a lifetime income, kind of like a paycheck replacement. Next question is, which is often asked about taxes. Yes, we hear, at least we used to hear a lot, is that taxes will be low in retirement. If you come to ours and the people ask, is it true? Is it really true? Will taxes be lower in retirement? Will they be higher? Well, the answer is we don't know for sure what kind of taxes we are going to have in the future. Right now, we know one thing. The taxes are the lowest in the history. We have an opportunity, we are fortunate enough right now, the taxes are super low. We also hope that this tax sale, the taxes are basically on sale, will be extended through 2028 at least. Well, people say, oh, they're talking about making it permanent. But we all know that nothing is permanent in the tax law. Tax law is written in pencil, and our government has a big giant eraser which they can take and change these tax laws. So we don't know for sure what taxes are going to be in the future, but we know right now taxes are low, and our government is in deep, deep debt. So our government will need money. If not now, in the future, our government needs money. And what is the source of income? What is the source of money for the government? Where can the money come from for the taxes? So therefore, we can count that sometime in the future, if not next year, then 5-10 years from now, taxes will be higher. And how people ask, okay, if taxes are going to be higher, how do I protect myself? Well, again, we talk a lot about moving your, many people save their money in 401ks, IRAs, retirement accounts, SEPs, simple, you name it, defined benefit plans. those accounts, that money has never been taxed yet. This money is not tax-free. Those accounts are tax-deferred. So we'll be paying taxes on that money in the future. When in the future, when you're retired and you start spending that money, get into those accounts, going on vacation, withdraw money, buy cars, put down payment on a new house for your children, that's when this money becomes taxable at an ordinary tax rates, ordinary income. So how do you avoid that future taxation? You take this huge opportunity of the tax sale we are having right now, pay taxes now, convert those accounts from tax deferred to tax free accounts, Roth accounts, or some other structures. Roth accounts are the most common. And so you convert, you pay taxes now at a lower tax rates, and then your account will be growing for tax-free forever. You'll be using this money tax-free forever. Does it make sense to convert the entire amount in 1 year? Probably not. Does it make sense to convert over years the whole thing? Probably not. I included the link to a tool we have where you can estimate. You just put the size of your account, your age, your tax bracket right now, current tax bracket. We are assuming the taxes stay the same for now because we cannot project the future. So basically you put all this information in, and you will see the estimated tax on that tax deferred account, which you are going to pay over lifetime. And then it will give you an idea if you want to convert or if it doesn't make sense. However, we can go further. If the future taxes look scary, we can go one step further. We can calculate how much money you can potentially save if you convert in 1 year, if you convert in 2 years, 5, 7, how long do you want to stretch those conversions? I wouldn't go too far in the future though in calculations, just because again, we don't know what is going to happen 10 years from now, right? Well, this is part of our questions which are often asked. We hear often in our office when people come. If you have other questions, email them to us, text me. The phone numbers are in the description. Leave a comment and we'll address them in the future. Use that tool. We have that little link where you can see how much taxes you might be liable for over the lifetime when you start using your tax deferred account. And let us know if you want to have more details, like calculate the schedule of conversions. And hey, you can use it or not, it's up to you, because you know what we think? The best decisions are made when you have the information, right? At least you know what you have and you know what you can anticipate. All right, this is Serenity Wealth Management. We'll see you next week on Thursday. We are not going to see you because we will be in Mexico. So next week there will be no broadcast, but we're going to have it the week after on Thursday at 3:30. Have wonderful time, wonderful weekend. Stay cool. It's going to be a hot weekend, and reach out. We'll talk soon.